Taurus, you are entering a once-in-a-lifetime healing cycle. On June 19th, Chiron, the wounded healer, steps into your sign for the first time in 50 years. This is not a small transit. This is not a gentle breeze. This is a deep, cellular, ancestral recalibration. Chiron in Taurus brings every wound connected to safety, stability, worthiness, the body, the voice, and the right for you to exist exactly as you are. This is the healing of the root, the healing of the body, the healing of the self you built to survive. And Taurus, you don't rush healing. You don't force it. You don't fake it. You feel it in layers, in seasons, in slow awakenings. And those awakenings reshape your entire life. Chiron entering Taurus is the moment you stop carrying what was never yours to carry. It is the moment the body speaks the truth the mind has been avoiding. It is the moment you return to yourself, not the version the world demanded, but the one your soul remembers. And this is your initiation. Welcome, Taurus, to my channel, Moriah's Spirit Tarot. My name is Moriah, and I am here to do our reading because I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus stellium. I have my Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Saturn all in Taurus. So I'm a little earthy with some fire mixed in. I'm all earth and fire. We forgot the wind, though. That can't be earth, wind, and fire. I'm just going to be earth and fire. Woohoo! Anyway, I digress. Going to do a reading for our, Chiron. And part of the thing that I'm new here to YouTube. I'm new on the channel. I'm not a new reader, though. I've been reading for a long time, for myself or others, since probably 2004. So I'm not a stranger to this. I'm a little strange, the video making is a little strange. Talking to myself seems strange. I don't know how other readers do this, but they do it. So we're going to see if I can get through this, Taurus. But I do have other videos up on YouTube. You can, feel free to go and watch one of those if you'd like. I do a daily message every morning. I try to get one out before noon. Not real consistent with the time yet. Kind of playing with recording it the day before, tapping into the energy of the next day. Still playing with my channel a little bit. So, but I do intend to do a Taurus reading once every 12 days. There's 12 signs of the zodiac. So every day I'll be posting a new sign. So you will be able to find your rising and your moon and your sun. And if you watch for your north node, if you watch for your Venus sign, you can do that too. Okay. Eventually they will all be up. I do have Aries up now, because I did just start this. So because you're second on the wheel, you're number 2. Go us. But anyway, here we go. I pulled a Spirit of the Wheel card, for an oracle card for us before I started. I have not pulled any of the tarot yet, so we'll do that together. But I did pull us the corn planting moon, which is balance, honesty, and emotions. And I think that's really what Chiron is going to be asking us to do, is to take an honest look at what we need to heal around safety, stability, our worthiness, our body, our throats, our throat chakra. That may be very big for us going forward, is our throat chakra, being able to speak our truth and noticing if we get cloggy in here, when we're trying to speak our truth, what may be going on with that. If you're having an issue with your throat, sometimes it is because you're trying to speak your truth. You're just not finding the words. But So if you think about the wounded healer, Chiron is all about healing those wounds. And as it moves into each sign, so it was in Aries, so that was about healing the I am, the I am and our identity, who we are. And as we move into Taurus, it's more about I'm safe, right? It's more about that safety and stability and solid, being solid. But we're going to ask Spirit some questions. I did design a 5-card spread that I'm going to do for us with some very specific questions for Spirit. I think I want to use my Royals Tarot, not the Cosmic. I think I want to use Royal today. We're going to use my Royal Tarots. 1 second. I got to get a drink. I'm thirsty. Okay, better. All right. let's look at what we don't see coming. No, let's just take a look, okay? So my first question, Spirit, is around the wound that's rising up that needs to be healed. So what core wound is Chiron bringing to the surface for the Tauruses that resonate with this reading? So for the Tauruses that this reading is meant for, it's my intention that it be all of you, but we're not all the same. So it might not resonate with you. And if it doesn't, bye. Scroll on by. I love you, but bye. It's fine. If I don't resonate with you, I don't resonate with you. I'm not going to force myself on anybody. For goodness sakes, you got a finger, use it. Scroll. All right, Spirit. What core wound is Chiron bringing to the surface for Taurus? Okay, I thought as much. But I was kind of feeling this before I even sat down to this reading. I was kind of feeling the being left out, or the 5 of Cups, which is grief over what we no longer have access to, without looking at what we do have access to. Without looking, in the Rider-Waite, it's 3 cups tipped over, 2 cups behind the dude, and he's staring at the 3 cups that are tipped over, going, oh gosh, why did I do that? And doesn't even realize there's 2 cups behind him saying, hey, dude, we're here yet. We're here for you, right? But this 5 of Cups here is, I think they're trying to divide this apple into 5 pieces so everybody can have a piece. And that's going to be difficult, right? Right? But it is about, the look on their faces is very much, so 5s are about change, right? So the 5s are about change. Cups are about emotions. So this is going to be a healing coming into you in your emotional body. And we also got the Ace of Cups, so that's new, right? It's saying, hey, we're going to heal this wound around, grief and depression and anxiety and, all of that. We gotta clear that up because we have new emotional fulfillment coming in. So Chiron's going to help us heal what we need to heal. That emotional body, that mental body, it's all part of the body, but we have a mental body, emotional body, we have the physical body, we have our spiritual body, we have a lot of bodies within one body. If you really stopped and think about it, our physical body, breathing, heart beating, lungs expanding, digestive, drainage, brain, functions, makes all the functions function. Brain has nothing to do with your thoughts. Nothing to do with your thoughts. That's your mental body. That's the mental body. Okay? And the emotional body with our emotions. Okay. So the core wound is that emotional stuff around safety, security. Am I stable? Do I have the right to exist exactly as I am? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You can be exactly who you are. You know? All right. What is the physical body trying to communicate during this healing cycle? So as Chiron moves in to Taurus, what is the physical body trying to communicate to us? That's called a somatic response, if you don't know that. For me, I get a somatic response. I have a little hinge in this. I call it my hinge. I call it my wings. I call it my wings, but there's this little spot in the center of my back here. And when I'm really in alignment and I'm really doing what I need to be doing, I'll get a little twinge back there, like my wings are like jutting out and trying to, I'm trying to fly or something. I don't have any air in me, so it can't be that. What is with my hair today, guys? Oh my goodness. Anyway, I am not reading a book, Spirit. All right, so what is the body's message? What is the physical body trying to tell us, Spirit? 1 or 2 cards, please. Okay, 3, I guess. We'll take 3. All right. Somebody's just done with something in their physical body. Okay? Someone's just... This tells me you need to rest a little bit. You do a lot of work with Spirit. Knight of Wands is the fastest move, so you're going a little too fast. Need to slow down a little bit. Body's trying to tell you to slow down a little bit. It's telling you to, hey, keep working with Spirit. Slow down a little bit. But you're done with something. 10 of Swords. I had this in the Divine Feminine reading too. You're just done with something in your physical body. Something needs to change. So I don't take the place of a doctor. If you need to be seen by a doctor, please see one. Okay? I mean, I'm all about self-healing. I really am. But there are just some things that we need support with healing. Okay? And so going to a doctor when you need that support is really important. Okay? But I am all for doing everything you can to heal yourself first. And if things aren't working and things are getting steadily, progressively worse, you need to seek medical attention. Okay? So please do that if your physical body is giving you signs that you're just done dealing with whatever. I used to have migraine headaches. I haven't had a migraine headache since I went off my medications they had me medicated for fibromyalgia and for nerve damage due to Lyme's and autoimmune diseases that they said I had, which I think I had Lyme's disease, but I had that cured. That's gone now. And I don't think I ever had anything other than me not dealing with my emotions. Right? Me not dealing with my stress levels, me not dealing with any of that. And when I finally decided that I was tired of being foggy-headed and in a fog all the time, and I went to my doctor and said, I don't want to take this anymore. Please help me get off of it. I want to see what I can do on my own. And with his support, I was able to do that, and I went off my medication. It took a long time to get off of it. I was highly addicted to it, so we had to wean me off of it so I wouldn't get the heebie-jeebies. And once we did that, I've never been back on any medication. And in fact, I've not been back to a doctor since either, because resetting my stress levels is what healed me. But I didn't know anything about that until I had an intuitive hit one night that said, hey, lower your cortisol, lady, you're going to die. You know, I mean, that's just point blank. This is how it is. You are going to die if you don't lower your cortisol levels. You're heading straight for a stroke or a heart attack or whatever. You know, and then that led to me changing my diet, and that led to me quitting smoking, and that led to me not drinking, and you know, and quitting any other addiction that I had. You know, so it was just all about the body. And because Chiron was in Aries, and my Chiron is in Aries, so Chiron on my birth chart lands in Aries. So this all happened for me as Chiron is in Aries, helping me with my identity, my who am I? Okay. And I didn't want to be that person that was reliant upon medication all the time. But that's me. There are other people out there that will say, you're nuts, Tracy. You need to go to a doctor at least once a year, get a checkup, you know. And I'm like, no, no, I don't. When I do need to, I will go. When I do need to go to a doctor, I'll go to one. But not until. All right, Spirit. So Three of Pentacles is your body saying we need to keep working with Spirit. We need to keep and keep in alignment. And your body saying, you know, the Knight of Wands is fast moving energies, you know, so quick, you know, and determined. But that Ten of Swords, man, that's just kind of, I might pull some clarifiers on that one. All right, the old pattern ready to break. So what survival strategy or belief is no longer sustainable for us, Spirit? What old survival strategy needs to go? Bye-bye. I need another one with that, please. Okay. So we get the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So what survival strategy or belief is no longer sustainable? You're no longer a child. Okay? We can get into this page-like energy sometimes, but we're no longer children. We're adults here. And it's okay to be curious, and it's okay to, you know, question things at times. But at other times, with our wisdom and our knowledge and our knowing, we need to not be that. We need to not be doing that. Don't question your inner knowing. I think that's what the Page of Pentacles is saying here. That's what I just heard. Don't question your inner knowing. Chiron will not put up with you questioning your inner knowing. If you know it to be true, then it's true for you. May not be true for someone else, but it is true for you. And then we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is cutting through the bullshit. Okay? So as you're working through your survival strategies and belief patterns, cut through the bullshit that you're telling yourself. Okay? No more lies to yourself, Taurus. Be truthful. Be honest. No more lies. All right. What's the Taurus gift that is awakening at this time, Spirit? What is the gift that is awakening at this time? Okay. In the Rider-Waite, the Nine of Swords is despondency, despair. Okay, this tells me we're coming out of that. This is the Nine of Swords in this deck. This deck is like, I'm cutting through the bullshit. I am no longer staying stuck. I will know how to get myself unstuck because I'm reaching for this Ten of Cups. Okay, in the Rider-Waite, the Ten of Cups is that happy family. But they need to pull it. They need to pull the rainbow with all the cups in it down to them. From heaven to earth. from heaven to the kingdom within. Okay? The kingdom of heaven is here within us. We create heaven here on earth. That's what we do, Taurus. And we are really good at it because we're earth, right? So our homes are usually always beautiful with plants and, you know, we create our own heaven and we're really good at it. But we also see the illusion, right? The illusion of the happy family, the illusion of, you know, it's being able to see through the gift that's awakening for Taurus, even though we are really good at this anyway, but some deeper level of cutting through the bullshit, seeing through the bullshit, seeing through the illusions. All right. What path, what grounded practical steps support Taurus at this time and through this transit? Now, Chiron's going to be with us, guys, for a while. So don't be surprised if the healing isn't done in layers. If it isn't done in, you know, oh, I'm going to heal this about my home life. I'm going to heal this about my emotional life. Oh, yeah, I got to heal this over here. You know, don't be surprised if that happens because I can see that happening. I really can. So the path of the embodied healing is what grounded practical steps supports us Tauruses through this transit. We get the Ace of Pentacles. Of course we do. Okay, so something new on the horizon for us in our work, family, home, health, life. Paired up with the King of Wands. King of Wands knows exactly what he wants and he's going to go get it. Quick sticks. Bye-bye. I'm going after what I want. And that's what healing's going to bring you. You're going to see exactly what you want in the physical world. And you're going to be able to bring it to you, Taurus. That's beautiful, Taurus. All right. I want to take a quick look at this Ten of Swords, Knight of Wands, and Three of Pentacles for what the body's message is. Can I get some clarification on that, Spirit? The Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Swords. Four of Wands. Nothing to worry about here. Nothing to worry about here. Keep working with Spirit. Okay. Fastest knight of the deck. So whatever you're going to go through, you're going to get through quickly. Ten of Swords says, I'm done. I'm done. Done dealing with whatever this is. Because what's waiting on the other side of that is the Four of Wands. Some people say this is the happy marriage card. This is the marriage card. For me, it's the 1111 card. It means divinely guided. Your foundation is divinely guided. That's what it means to me. Not every tarot reader has the same definitions for the cards. I mean, yeah, there's a book. I got a book up here with all the definitions in it of what the original definitions were. I don't use that book. I use what Spirit tells me, what I see in my own mind's eye, what I hear in my ears. As I'm pulling the cards, what I feel off the energy of the card. That's what I do. Don't come at me in the comments telling me I need to do it the other way. Not gonna. Refuse. We are going to be making some decisions over the next little while. Got some emotional healing coming in. I think we're going to be fine, Taurus. As long as we don't fight Chiron, okay? Chiron comes in to help us heal our wounds, okay? He comes in to illuminate them for us, to show them to us, so that we can heal them. And I've really enjoyed my time with you tonight. I thank you so much for being with me. If this reading resonated with you, please do like, share, comment, and leave, share it out there. Let's get this message out to the collective of Taurus, shall we? I really appreciate you being here with me. I love you all so much. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the month of June. Enjoy Chiron coming into your sign, because 2 days later, it's the summer solstice. So we have reason to celebrate. Summer is here in the Northern Hemisphere. Enjoy your evening, Taurus. Thank you so much.